I've got to be honest. Video games are pretty bad for men. I'd like to explain why I think this is. I think it's because we men are achievers. We like to build things, we like to achieve things, and we like to do things. We like to feel like we're progressing in something, getting better at something. That something could be anything. For a lot of men, it seems to be video games. And video games are really, really good at tricking you into thinking that you're achieving something when you're really not. And it does feel really good. And, I don't think video games are evil or bad or anything. I'm just saying from my perspective, I think I'm probably going to take a step back from video games. I'm trying to write my 5th book right now. And, it's really cold outside and I love being outside. I love biking, walking, shooting baskets. And when it's cold in the wintertime, like, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but after Christmas and New Year's, it's like, okay, the cold can kind of just go away now. Like it's just cold. There's nothing to look forward to now. It's just cold. You know what I mean? Just get out of here. I want it to get warm as quickly as possible so I can get back to doing what I love to do. So I've been playing a lot more video games because I've been stuck inside and it's cold and I'm in between jobs. I'm trying to write this book and I'm trying to get my own thing going, trying to get my writing career going. And as you guys probably know, I push my book pretty hard on this channel because I am trying to acquire new readers. And no matter how hard I try and I check my sales reports, it just seems like nobody cares. It's always $0. I might have the occasional sale and I'm always grateful for those. But sometimes I ask myself, why even bother with YouTube? It seems like, you just need a lot of luck to like get it to go anywhere. And that depresses me. And it's hard to write a book when you're feeling depressed and down. So what do? I usually just grab my controller and start playing Halo 2 or whatever video game, just to feel something, just to have something in front of me. And I manage to sneak a few walks in once every couple of days if it's not too cold. But even when I do that, it's still really, really cold. It's like, like negative something right now as I'm recording this video. But yeah, man, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but again, I don't think people who play video games are bad people or anything like that. I'm just saying, for me personally, I think it's time that I, need to step back from video games. And sometimes I kind of wish I didn't get into them, again, because they get in the way of achieving things when you're using them in the wrong way. Like when you're just doing it just to do it, just to distract yourself from the negative feelings you're experiencing of doubt and uncertainty and maybe even loneliness and feelings of passing depression and whatnot. It's very easy to distract yourself with that, especially if you're in the creative field like I am as a musician, artist, and writer. I've tried to make a living as a guitarist. I just could not keep a band together for a wide variety of reasons. And I tried teaching for many years and had students come and go, whatever, kids do that. And having people not take your passion of music as seriously as you do, it kind of makes you jaded, to be honest with you guys, I don't think I'll ever teach guitar again, to be honest with you. I have absolutely no interest in doing that. Unless the student I have really wants to learn, and stick with it, then I'll probably do it. But at one of these institutions, I couldn't do it. I just can't do it. It's like, what's the point of this? This student's probably just going to leave anyway. You know what I mean? The parents don't take it seriously. So I tried to make a living doing that, gave up. Now I just play guitar for me. I recorded music and all that stuff. I've got my SoundCloud. Now, a lot of my tracks are old and kind of make me chuckle there because I know exactly where I was in my life at that time as a musician. I try to make a living as an artist. I'm a damn good guitar player, damn good artist and writer. And I know that those are not in question, but it's just hard for everybody, trying to do this, trying to take back their life and do things the way they want and live a life that they want, that they built. I got jaded with art as well. Trying to make a living on eBay, selling paintings for however much I could get. That worked for a while, and then the market dried up and couldn't sell a painting for my life. But you know what? When you're trying to do that on eBay, you're at the mercy of the app. And that's the same thing with YouTube. I work really, really hard on my books. I'm very proud of the Zeitgeist trilogy that I have. I think it's very meaningful and impactful. I have a lot to say. What's frustrating is no matter how hard I try, I can't get any sales, unless I do a lot of author fairs and book fairs and stuff, and I get a fair amount of sales then, but that's like once or twice a year, you know what I mean? And I'm not alone in this struggle either. And, the whole YouTube thing, sometimes I try really hard on a video and it doesn't do very well at all. Sometimes I barely try and it still doesn't do very well at all. And sometimes I barely try and it does well. It's just, I really do believe it just comes down to luck, and I want to say thank you for those who are here on my channel. Thank you very much for sticking with it, with the channel. Even when I'm like, why do I do this? You know what I mean? Like, if it's not helping me share my work with people, I don't know what I'm doing. My videos are just getting lost in the sauce. There's so much bullshit on YouTube anyway. There's so much slop on YouTube anyway. People making videos out of literally anything, which, good for them, I guess. That's what I'm doing here. But I don't know. It's a bummer trying to make your own way in life and just trying to make money doing what you truly love to do. Everything just feels impossibly hard. I don't know if you guys have ever felt this way before, but everything right now where I'm at in life feels impossibly hard. Starting over at a new job again, just sounds so overwhelming. Just like, oh my God, I really don't want to learn a whole new job again. Like, I'm tired of paying my dues. I just want to, my dreams stop working for the man and just, sustain myself as a writer from, book royalties and stuff like that. But it just feels like everything I try doesn't really go anywhere despite me being really good at it. Like, I know I'm a damn good writer. And, it's a bummer. It bums me out. It really makes me feel like sometimes, do we ever really have a choice? It's like, oh, you silly goose, you and your dreams of being a freelance writer, you're such a silly goose. Go work at Walmart. It's like, stop with the dreams. Just go work at Walmart. Go work the 9 to 5, whatever. And I've done all that for years and years. And I'm just like, man, there's got to be more than this, But it just seems like there's so much saturation, so much competition out there. Everybody's trying to do that, be their own boss. We all just want to be free, and I respect that. Everything costs money. We're all playing the game, tossing the dice, moving our piece around the board game table, and asking ourselves, who do we owe money to this turn? You know what I mean? Gosh, it really, when you're a child, you really have no idea just how much adulthood is going to suck many times, and then you have some good times in there as well. Some people, they get fatigued with life pretty early, I've noticed. Like, I'm only 34 and I'm kind of feeling it. I'm like, damn, dude, like, it's a lot to keep going, like working your job and stuff like that. And I've always been trying to get to that next level of like my life, stop working the entry-level jobs and shit like that, pay off those loans and get to that next level, asking God, when do I get to be successful? When do I get to do what I want to do, and I don't know, I don't even know if I ever will be able to do that. And that really scares the shit out of me, to be honest with you guys. And I think I wanted to make this video just to see if I could connect with anybody. I'm sure other people have felt this way as well. I cannot be the only one. I highly doubt that I am. There are billions of people on this planet. And, but yeah, so apologies if you see a lot of shorts of me pushing my book. That's literally all I have left in the tank. It's my last bastion of creative opportunity for me to potentially gain financial independence so I can just do what I want with my life. Have a family, have a house, whatever. And stop doing what I feel like doesn't work. And in my case, working for somebody else. I hate working for somebody else. I always have. I never wanted to do it. I've always known that. I've done it for years and years because I was expected to, like I'm sure you guys can relate to that. And now I'm just like stubbornly, vehemently opposed to it because I'm like, I feel like I'm on the cusp of something here that I'm building. And again, it's really hard to write that next book. It's coming along. I'm like 5 chapters in, taking copious amounts of notes, sitting with myself in boredom, giving myself time to think. But it's hard, when you're not making any money, it's depressing. I'm over here fucking sewing my pants together to keep them from ripping. I patch up my own clothes. My shoes are like 8 years old. I've been gluing those together for the longest time just because I'm so stubborn, And, I made a promise to God a long time ago that if I became successful, if He allowed me to become successful, I would give back as much as I could to those who helped me get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make millions or be a billionaire or whatever. Fame is not important. I just want freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's the true prize. And if I could do that through my skills as a creative person, which I know I can, then I will do that. I don't know when my time will come, but I do have faith. I'm just saying it's hard sometimes when it feels like you're really working your ass off, trying to get those sales, trying to push your book, and nobody cares, it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like the sales just aren't coming. Nothing's happening, making videos that you feel strongly about and nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what the fuck, man? What am I doing? What am I doing? I think like that sometimes. And I'm sure we all have. But anyway, I hope this video resonated with people. I covered a lot of things here. But I'm trying to personally get away from video games, especially online video games, because, I don't like the way they make me feel. I don't like losing all the time and having bad teammates or having people quit or AFK or whatever. There's so much out of my control. And I already feel like that about my own life. So it kind of makes me feel worse. So I think I'm just going to play some single player games and just kind of big chill. You know what I'm saying? Play some Pocket Monsters, some Stadium or something. Or maybe I'll just take a break from games altogether. But it really just depends on the person, Sometimes we use video games to avoid responsibilities in life. Like, I've been applying for jobs like crazy, but I know some people who don't apply for jobs and they just use video games to distract them from their responsibilities, what they know they should be doing. They're just not doing it because it's a lot easier just to plop in front of your PC or console of choice and just, burn the hours playing a video game. What I've been trying to train myself to do is to get something done first in terms of like getting a job or, working on my book or studying Japanese continuously. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got a lot done today, getting some exercise and then rewarding yourself with a little bit of game time. But, yeah, man, it's rough, especially when it gets cold, when you're stuck inside a lot, because it's fucking cold. It's very easy to get stuck in that land of constantly needing to entertain yourself so you don't think too hard about what you should be doing, you know what I'm saying? And you're not doing it, or nothing's been resolved yet. You're trying your hardest. Even with these jobs I apply to, man, sometimes I don't hear anything, or like, you get rejected for some reason. They never tell you why in the email, or they make you take these stupid hour-long assessments or 30-minute assessments and ask you the dumbest questions. To give you an example, for a job, I passed their 30-minute assessment just by Christmas treeing the test because I was so sick and tired of taking these bullshit tests over and over and over again. And it was fantastic. It was wonderful. But I didn't think I was going to pull that off, but I did. I don't know how. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening to this. And until next time, I'll catch you guys next time. これからもよろしくお願いします。